In this video, I share a couple tips that will help you come up with Facebook video ideas that will help grow your business online. Now, if we're meeting for the first time, my name is Stephen Coney, and I help insurance agents grow using online video. So if you haven't already, consider liking and following my page and tuning into my free content. Now, a lot of people can relate to this issue, relate to this topic, or relate to this problem. Well, you're ready to make your video, you're ready to make that first step, but you have just one slight problem. You have no idea what to talk about. So, because you don't know what to talk about, this kind of hinders progress and hinders you actually creating that online video. So in this video, I'm gonna help you with a couple tips that'll help you brainstorm some new topic ideas for your next online video. Now, the first thing that you should do, the first thing you can do to help you generate some new ideas for your next Facebook video is to allow yourself, give yourself permission to have bad ideas. Now, type in the comments below if you've ever been stuck because of the fear of having a bad idea. Say it again. So type in the comments below if you have ever been stuck because of the fear of having a bad idea. So what happens is we're all afraid of not having the perfect idea, having the perfect video, to the point where we kind of are in a standstill because we don't want to have bad ideas, or we don't want to talk about a topic that's already been covered, don't want to talk about a topic that's that might be common knowledge. Well, I'm here to tell you one thing, and something that I really truly believe, and if you have pen and paper, please write this down, that there is no such thing as common knowledge. I repeat, there's no such thing as common knowledge. So what you may think is common knowledge, something that you may think everyone knows because you're an insurance agent, because you're in this field, in this industry, common knowledge to you might not be common knowledge to everyone else. Take for me, for example, I'm not an insurance agent. So what might seem like common knowledge to you might be something that's brand new or brand new information to me because I'm not necessarily in that field and I don't have that knowledge. So something that you may think is common knowledge might be something of value to someone else. Now, back to the topic of bad ideas. An exercise that you should do to help you to come up with ideas for a video is to, without judgment, just jot down every idea you may have, good or bad, because you may not know, you'll never know which ideas might be bad or good until you create the video. And what you may find out is that the bad ideas that you may have jotted down might not actually be bad ideas, and they might actually be topics that people may find interesting, and viewers may tune in to that topic. So on to the second tip. The second tip would be to ask your viewers. So if you have an audience, if you're starting to accumulate an audience or people who like or follow your page, simply ask them exactly what is it that they want to know more about? What is it that they may find interesting as far as a video topic or something that you want them to cover? And what you may learn is that the things that you may find as, oh, I didn't think they were really, that was an interesting topic. You may find out that what they offer is something that you may not even think about, may not even have had a second thought about. But by asking your viewers, asking your audience exactly what they're looking for, it gives you more ideas in order to create video content and create something that they can tune in for and create something of value for your audience. Now, the third tip I like to share with you is if you have frequently asked questions on your website or on your Facebook page, then use those to create new videos. So what you may not know, well, you may be aware of, is that if one or several people ask the same question, then there is almost a guarantee that more than that, just that small group of people may have the same question or have the same confusion wrapped around that topic. So that gives you the opportunity to create more video content based on frequently asked questions. So like I said, whenever you have if you think deep enough, if you think hard enough, you might be able to conjure, might be able to think about a couple topics that are oftenly asked, questions that are oftenly brought to your attention during inquiries on your website, on your Facebook page, and these can actually be topic ideas for your next videos. Now, type in the comments below if you can think of two separate topics or two different frequently asked questions that you can turn into a video to give value to your customers. Now, the fourth tip that I'd like to share with you guys, as far as coming up with ideas for your next video, your next Facebook video, is to keep it simple. Share something that you have recently learned or share something that you're excited about. Now, I'm a firm believer of always learning, always constantly learning. And I'm also a firm believer that more ideas that come in, the more ideas that come out. So for me, for example, I'm a frequent reader. I read about a book a week, and I also like to watch YouTube videos and other Facebook videos. And I always constantly like to learn. So when I constantly learn, I constantly have a steady flow of new ideas that will give me topics of discussion for my next videos. Now, the other side of that tip is to talk about something you're excited about. Now, there's nothing better than watching a video being covered by someone who's excited about the topic that you're discussing. Now, if there is a new type of coverage, if there's something new that's popped up in the industry that you would like to share with your customers that you find exciting, then don't be afraid to share that topic with your customers. People will be very excited to tune in to what you're excited about, and it's nothing better than watching someone that's excited about a certain topic, and it actually gets them excited about the topic as well. So recap that tip: to share what you've recently learned, and also to share what you're excited about. Now, type in the comments below if there's something new that you've recently learned or something new that you're excited about that you could turn into a video that will be of value to your customers. Now, the final tip that I'd like to share with you guys is to borrow inspiration from other videos. Now, type in the comments below as well if you've watched a insurance video that you've tuned in for, and you realized and noticed that there was some information that was missing, or something that could have been added, or something that you could have put your own twist on while watching that video. And more than likely, you have watched the video where you feel like there was something missing and there's something that could have been added. And that just gives you more opportunity to create your own video to fill that void. So one of the best ways of coming up with video ideas is to borrow the ideas from other people and add your little twist to them. So if there is an insurance video, if there is a video that's covering a certain topic or a certain type of coverage that you feel like can be better done, then create that video. Create that video for your customers, and I guarantee you that your video will be more value to them because you were able to add that little piece of knowledge that was absent in other pieces of content. Now, to recap on the couple of tips that I gave to you guys is to, one, give yourself permission to have bad ideas, because the more bad ideas, I say that being sarcastic, the more bad ideas that you get out on paper, the more ideas that you get out into the world, you'll get a chance to realize exactly which ones are actually bad ideas and which ones are actually good ideas. And you'll be surprised of which ideas that you think were bad or ideas that you think were common knowledge actually do very well when it comes to Facebook and sharing it with your audience. Now, the second tip that I shared was asking your viewers exactly what they're looking for, exactly what they have questions about. And when you ask your viewers the question, you one, open that line of communication between your viewers and your audience, but also two, you fill a void of information. You fill that gap of knowledge that is missing with your audience, and you provide value for your audience. The third tip was to create videos using your frequently asked questions. Now, if you have 5 to 6 people asking the same question every week, every month, then it's more than likely that there's more than just those people that have that same question. And you can actually create videos. What's going on, Dan? But you can actually create videos that will address that issue, address that question. And the fourth tip that I'll share with you guys is to keep it simple. Share things that you've recently learned, and also share things that you're excited about. Now, like I said, I'm a firm believer of always learning, and the more ideas that come in, more good ideas that come in, the more good ideas that come out. So the more you're learning, the more that you're letting in new information, the more ideas that you'll be able to use to generate new content, to make new videos for your customers. And also too, like I said, also to share some topics that you find interesting, that you are excited about, because there's nothing better than watching someone that's excited about a topic they're covering on a video, on a Facebook video, on Facebook Live. And the last tip that I wanted to share with you guys, was to borrow inspiration from other videos. Now, there is a bunch of insurance videos out there, videos in general. And I guarantee that if you've watched enough, then you've noticed that there are certain things that could have been said better, or there's certain information that could have been shared that was missing in the videos. And this will give you the prime opportunity to make that video, share that little tidbit of information that you have, that you can bring value to for your customers and for your viewers, and you can fill that void, and that will just give you more and more ideas for generating more and more video content. Now, type in the comments below. My question of the day is, which one of these tips do you feel will help you the most, and which one will inevitably help you to create your first video? And Dan just commented, I have found that you provide value every video. Thank you so much, Dan. I appreciate it. That if you provide more, let me see, more. You don't always have to talk about insurance. Just ask questions. Sorry, it kind of cut off on you, Dan. Yeah, I'm trying to read the whole thing. It's not letting me read the whole thing. And don't always talk about insurance, ask questions. Yes, when you ask, of course, Dan, when you ask questions, you actually find out exactly what they're missing and what they're looking for. Yeah, I'm trying to read the whole comment, but it wouldn't let me do it. Facebook's acting a little goofy right now. But yeah, if you have any more questions, feel free to ask. I'll stay online for the next couple of minutes. And yeah, I always love and always enjoy making these videos for you guys. It's a lot of fun. Question about current events. You want a question current events, Dan? Let's see. Dan's got some questions. Question about current events. So what questions do you have, Dan? Let's see. Yeah, I don't know why. Yeah, sorry guys. Facebook is acting really goofy right now. It won't let me see the whole comment that Dan left. And I apologize, Dan, that I can't see all the comment that you placed. After I'm off live, I'll be able to know that's the follow-up to the previous comment. Gotcha. But yeah, like I said, I enjoy making these videos for you guys, and I appreciate you, Dan, for tuning in. I appreciate everybody for tuning in. If you have any other topic ideas that you would like for me to cover as far as reaching out to customers on online video, please feel free to send me a message or leave it in the comments below. Like I said, I'm doing more reaching out to you guys, seeing exactly what you guys are looking for. Do you feel a need to wait and build an audience? Dan is asking if I feel the need to wait and build an audience. So I do not. I've been doing videos since, or just go right into the message. Okay, so I've been doing videos for almost a year now. I started in February. I had no audience. I had no audience at all. But what you'll it goes along with the saying of this is not a sprint, it's a marathon. So what happens is if you continue to build content, continue to deliver a message that is valuable to your viewers, to people, even if you don't have any viewers, that along the lines, down the road, you'll actually start to build an audience. And by the time they find you, you will have a library of content. So like another personal tidbit, when people finally found me, I'm starting to just now get some traction, even though I've been doing it for a little while. When people start finding me, they thought that I've been doing videos for a long time. But what they did not know is that I've been doing videos for a while. I just fell on my face a bunch of times as far as figuring it out and figuring out what works and how to find my voice on video. And and they tune in. They might find a video that is a couple months old, but as long as it builds value, they stay around, they stick around, and they tune in. Is there any more questions? Anyone else have any questions about making online video? Any Facebook Live questions? YouTube questions? I'm on YouTube as well. I'll stick around for a couple minutes. But yeah, this will be, like I said, I started doing video in February. And yeah, I'm not afraid to share with you guys. My first video was pretty bad. And is there an optimum length for video? So Dan is asking if there's an optimum length for video. So there is no set, perfect timing as far as how long a video should be. If you think about it, if you compare it to a movie, if a movie can be 2-3 hours long, as long as it's entertaining. Or it could be a minute long, could be 2 minutes long. If everyone remembers back in the day when Vines were a big thing, Vine videos were, I want to say, only 5 seconds, 5 to 7 seconds, I can't remember, long, but they were still they're still entertaining. So there's no set time limit as far as how long they should be. But if you do a 1 minute video, 2 minute video that's straight to the point, that's fine as long as it gives value. If you do a Facebook Live like I'm doing now, it could be like 20 minutes. As long as you're providing value and it allows people to stay tuned in, that's perfectly fine as well. Okay, so and I'll take one more question, then I'll go ahead and hop off. But yeah, that was one of the things I was worried about too, as far as length. My first video was actually about 2 minutes long. It felt like an eternity. That 2 minute long video actually took me about 2 hours to create because because it was very uncomfortable for me to make. But I learned at that time, yeah, it doesn't really matter how long it is, as long as it keeps them engaged, as long as it gives them value. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and sign off now, but I want to thank you guys for tuning in. Thanks, Dan. Thanks, Dan. Sorry about that. I appreciate it, and I'm gonna be doing these once a week. So you'll see another poll. Ask you guys exactly what you're looking for. I'll give you 2 options and see what's more in demand as far as a video topic. And like I said, if you have any more questions when I'm offline. If you want to talk offline, feel free to send me a message or comment below, and I will be more than happy to help you guys out. But I'll see you guys around. You take care. Have a good night.